bigmark773 is back. For my Walking Dead, come on. Today's episode, well, earlier episodes about politics and life and race and all that other bogus shit that happens in America. But tonight, I want to talk about 4K televisions and the future of displays. And I want to talk about more than just displays, but formats for visual enhancement like HDR and other things. And is this thing getting out of hand? We had LCD for many years, 720p, 1080p, plasma, 720p, 1080p. Now let me go out here on the line as a person that was a fan of plasma televisions. I had a plasma, an RCA plasma. Let me say it correctly because some motherfuckers like to correct you when you talk. But I had a 720p plasma television, which was an RCA. The picture was impeccable. When you watch movies on it, the video game console, the blacks were perfect. I never seen a television play so good. And the movement. Now, I know people say, oh, you listen to me, people. When you watch a plasma television moves, it is perfect. Water has this fluidity to it. Trees, you can see the way you look at a leaf in real life. A leaf is not flat. It has all these bumps and ridges like the palm in your hand. That's the one thing that was beautiful about the plasma television I had. I had got it from Best Buy in 2012. And I kept it 1 year and 5 months. And the reason why I only kept it 1 year and 5 months, in 2013, the PS4 was coming out. Now, to be honest with you people, when I played Rise of the Tomb Raider on that 720p plasma television, it looked better than the 1080p TV I bought to replace it. And to be honest with you, I have been chasing that 720p plasma for the last 2012, 2013, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. This is my second 4K television. I had a 43-inch, and this is a 50-inch. Both of them, not the best brands. I had a Sharp, I had a Scepter. I have a Scepter right now. And I'm looking at probably getting the Sony X900F, the newer version, not the E, but the F. But my dream is, to be honest with you brothers and sisters, is to get the OLED, the OLED. It is the closest I've ever seen anything come to plasma. Now the problem with OLED, there's twofold. The price and the possibility of burning, and as well as the panel doesn't live as long. But here are the advantages to plasma. And I never own one, but I only seen it at the store. Let me say something to you guys who love pictures that are extremely bright. Okay? The reason why an LCD panel needs to be extremely bright and a plasma panel doesn't. Not plasma. Well, plasma as well as an OLED. If you have perfect black on your television screen, right? You have perfect black. You don't need extreme bright light. You need it to be brighter, don't look dim. But I say 800, maybe 700 nits is basically all you need. 2,000, 8,000 nits, what the fuck? You're gonna go blind. Now they're talking about 10,000 nit brightness. Tell me what this is going to get you, right? Eventually, you're still going to run into the same problem with blooming and contrast. Listen to what I say, and this is the absolute truth, and I'm not a television aficionado, but black is more important than color. It's more important than frame rate. Refresh rate, not frame rate, refresh rate. And I'll tell you why. A TV can look extremely good with the soap opera effect, right? But I'm gonna tell you something. My RCA plasma that I got from Best Buy whoop the ass of a television my sister had paid $1,200, $1,500, $2,000 for. She would come here and look at my television. Wow. Look, I mean, outside of her saying it didn't have the soap opera effect, the way everything played and looked on the television, it surprised her. Now, we are in the year 2018, and we will be in the year 2019 before you know it. I know it's like March, but we're almost in April. And this is not an April Fool's joke. The industry of televisions are going to have to make a decision on the panel format. And I will honestly say this, it's not micro or LED because it's going to cost too much and it's too far out. It's not 8K panels. Again, we're increasing resolution and not increasing picture performance. Well, I say picture, I mean picture by pixel performance. What I mean by that, and no, I'm not quoting some high fancy motherfucker, no, listen. What I mean that is, when you look at the picture, this one television is 1080p, and this TV is 720p, and this 720p television is whooping the fuck out of a 1080p television. Why is that? Because each single picture and pixel, internal workings of the television, to increase the crispness and the clarity of the picture. Dirty screen effect, I don't care how great your resolution is, will make a television look less better. Less better. So clarity is a key to this whole thing. I used to watch the movie Van Helsing with Kate Beckinsale and I forget the guy who plays Logan. And I'm telling you, when you put that plasma on and you watch Van Helsing, Kate Beckinsale's look like you can touch her. But it didn't look like soap opera effect. It just looked like I was at the movies. The color of her skin, you could see where they put the makeup on her. And it reminded me when I went to the movies to see that movie, those three pretty vampire chicks, the two girls with the red hair and the one with the black hair, you could really want to just touch those fine ass women in that movie. Now, 1 second before I go and start the game, because I do want to be in a party before I do that. I don't want anybody sitting up here saying like they hear me talking. Now, let's talk about the future of panels here. Now, I had a discussion with some of the people I used to talk with all the time on the game console. And I said, you know, looking at it, I think OLED is the future. What they have to solve about OLED is its video, the retention rate on the screen, which I think they're working on right now, as well as to get the price down. And I think, honestly, after having a 50-inch television, when you go to 65, 70 inches, this is really just getting foolish. It's just too big of a panel. 50, maybe 55 is probably as big as I ever go. 60, 70, 80 inches, what the fuck for? I want a movie theater? That would fill up this whole damn dresser my television sits on. I really don't need all that. So I think, you know, at the end of the day, I think we need to concentrate on, well, those in that industry, the television industry, should concentrate on possibly increasing OLED production. Now, I went to Best Buy recently, and I looked at QLED televisions. And the picture quality was excellent, dead on. If you look at that picture dead on or QLED, it's amazing. Then I took my mosey happy ass over to look at the new Sony 800Fs, which is a full array local dimmer. I'm gonna say something, and I know people gonna get mad at me and say I'm just a Sony fanboy because I got a PlayStation or whatever. Truth of the matter is, the Sony full array F, the 900F, looks better than the QLED. I will go one step further. I went over to see the new TLC televisions, full array once again, local dimming. Boom, it was still better than the QLED, which costs way more. Where does the QLED got them beat at? Peak brightness, peak color, peak. But I'm gonna tell you what is the limiting factor of that. And I don't think Samsung has thought about this. No matter how great your color is, no matter how greatly bright your television is, if the black is not on point, those colors don't matter. Sony does this also with a TV they make called the 930E. I saw that television like, damn, the blacks look like fucking plasma or something with OLED. But the trick that Sony does is they use a technique called black frame insertion, as well as some other thing the man was telling me at the store. So basically, the frame dims, but it's not local dimming. But what it does is it blows the color out so much, and the color is stuck. Like I'm trying to get it the right way. It blows the color so hard, right? Any blooming around it, all you can see is the color, because the color is right on so bright. So anything in the black, you will not see it. But if you go against the background and look at the TV when it's like doing its own thing without using video processing, you have flashlights in either corner. But I'm like, I don't really care about that. What difference does it make? If the television is not really doing anything, but the black, and the trick that Sony did with the the 900E, 930E and the 900E, with the color, it makes the color better. Looked at the Sony OLED. Looked at the LG OLED. These have better black levels, give you better contrast. They look like better TVs. And I think the thing is, as time goes on, and a lot of people are starting to figure this out, we are moving in one or two directions. We're either going to go full array LCD with a new backlighting process, slim backlight drive. That's what that shit called that Sony got in the 930F, slim backlight drive. And what it does, it focuses the light where there's color or white or skin at that particular moment to really show it. But the rest of it, the TV turns it off, so you really can't see it. So yeah, that's basically what they're doing. Now, formats of the television. What I mean is HDR. They got HDR10, they got HDR10 Plus, they got Dolby Vision, they got some other bullshit remastering. They got all this different hot shit they got on the TVs. Thing is, I think DTS remastering is good. HDR10, good. I think they can refine those two and leave it at that. Dolby Vision is not necessary. What I mean by that is because you're eventually going to run into a problem. So you got HDR to Vision. These are the two new top ones of the HDR format. Then you have to upgrade the television. What are they going to have next year above that? And you do know they're going to have something above that. And take position. Anybody thinking they're not going to do anything above HDR10 Pro or Dolby Vision? You're kidding yourself. The one reason why 4K TVs came out to begin with is because Sony was losing the 1080p battle with televisions. I'm just being honest with you. So they changed up the format so they can get a chance to win the TV game again. And so that's what they did. That's why they did it. That's why 4K televisions exist. Sony and LG were the first ones to bring them out because, being honest with you, the best 4K best 1080p televisions were made by Samsung. Sony was number 2, LG was number 3. Everybody else was just below that. Just being honest. So moving forward, we got 4K televisions. 4K was not enough. So they came out with 4K HDR, which is slightly a gimmick, but not a gimmick. It's still a gimmick, but it's so that giving you a reason to improve the television's color space, making the picture sharper, brighter, more vibrant. But it's still a gimmick. it isn't the 4K that makes the TV look better. To be honest with you, 1080p and 4K looks about the same. But if you get a really good Sony television, that 1080p and 4K is going to look even better because Sony is the best at 4K right now, along with LG. I'm going to say this, and this is no shade because my sister is a Samsung fangirl. She loves Samsung TV. She says Samsung, you know? She loves that damn Samsung. That's just being real. You know, she loves Samsung. You know? So, for her, the most important thing is like she likes the brightness, she likes the color. But the black in the background, after you get used to looking at that, you really start to notice that the TV, the blacks are not where it's at. Passive. And the truth of the matter is, I'm being honest, and I'm not going to say it's better than 4K. Let me not say that. What I'm saying is that it has the picture value. Like we watched the play, Tyler Perry's play, and the way this television handled standard content, it was amazing how good the picture was. It was really clear, it was really vibrant. It's like a lot. And this was not even 1080p. This is 720 on this plasma television. It looked really, really fucking good. Oh Lord, do I got a phone call? I got a phone call, people. We're going to have to cut the TV talk short. Not yet. Ain't nobody calling me my Filipino girlfriend. She ain't calling me right now. Okay, so back to the TV talk. And she really likes that sort of television format. She's a Samsung fangirl. Nothing wrong with that in the least. I think she's very happy to be one. Then we move over to LG. To be honest with you, I think after watching LG televisions for a little while, and I had an LG for just a little bit of time, personally to me, the TVs were garbage. They have, I can't explain what it is about certain people's way they do color as opposed to their total picture. Their color was impeccable. It was really, really good. And I think I liked the way the color was on that LG television I had for about 4 months. But far as the picture, the picture itself outside of cartoon content was terrible. It was really bad. I did not like that. But I think what it was is that it was an older TV too. I had bought it off my aunt. It was 1080p, but it didn't look as good as my my Toshiba I had before. Like I told you, people, I was chasing that plasma look, that perfect black, those excellent picture quality. And no matter how much I pay or how little I pay, I've never gotten back to that. So now we're in 2018, so we're out of the past. Out of the buying TV after TV, you know. Oh shit, I got a call, y'all. I gotta cut this thing short. See y'all later. Hello? Hello, beautiful. Baby, I'm not mad at you that you fell asleep. It's okay.